here's the beginnings, or I already started partially doing this, and then I thought, oh gee, I'll get the camera out. Anyway, this is my old roll-around mechanics table from when I used to work at a dealership. Anyway, I started cleaning it up and thought, hey, make a nice welding cart out of this. And of course I didn't get many clips. I got one on another video of the thing all full of garbage and grease. And anyway, so as we work on this, I'm gonna put the arc welder there. My MIG welder, I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it, whether up on top or on the bottom, but the top shelf, I'm gonna have to turn it upside down in order for the old Lincoln 225 arc welder to fit under the shelf. But anyway, we'll bring you up to date as I get a little more apart and whatnot. Okay, be back in a bit. We'll add to this. Well, as you can see, the cart looking a little, well, working on getting some of this grunge off. I don't know if you can see as bad as this thing looks, but I cleaned a couple of little spots. Cleaned up on the bottom or top, what's going to be the top or bottom, and down there you can kind of see how the legs and got a lot of leftover paint and gunge. And okay, so we've been cleaning on this thing a while, and you can see the, well, maybe not, it's super clean. Great stuff. Comes in a purple bottle. Doesn't look very purpley, but anyway. So the old cart looks much, much better. We'll turn it around and anyway, much better. I can start putting the shelving back on, and I'm not going to paint it. Welder's going to sit in it. Top's going to be covered, but kind of gives you an idea. Anyway, we'll get a little further along and we'll bring you back and we'll continue. Well, got cart all cleaned up, although my idea was to put both the arc welder and the MIG welder on the bottom. But you can see from the previous pictures, either will fit, but even if there were 2 more inches in length on the cart, and with the MIG welder sitting there, I wouldn't be able to get the side door open. So that isn't going to work. And if I put the MIG on the left end of the cart, I still can't get the door open because the uprights for the top shelf are right in the road. So I guess back to plan A, which was, or B or whatever, put the arc welder on the bottom, put the top shelf back on, and then put the MIG up on the top shelf. I think that's the best thing to do at this point. So give me a few, and we're gonna take and at least get the top shelf on, see what it looks like. Be back in a bit. Okay, now I think we got See how this works out. Can't even get in this corner. All trial and error at this point. See if we can, what's going to work for us then. And dent. Oof. Easier than trying to squeeze it together. Get this in. Oh. Now, yeah, you get the idea. Now, the arc's in there. Yeah. Oh, screws popping. So, looks like, and then, the other thought, had this plate laying in the back. It's already got holes drilled, beveled, and this is 3/8 steel plate. So the idea is, bolt that on there, as far out as can be, have a welding plate. You still have some room, still get the door open, which was another problem with trying to put the TIG down below, that just the door would have hit, would have had it turned around, and it wouldn't open between the legs of this cart. So I think this will work good, and that way if I need the whole top, I just lift that off and we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm gonna make some brackets for the cables, and so everything's nice and neat. Run some channel across and put a little shelf in there. Still need to work on the argon bottle. Maybe I'll make a little bracket off the end, plate coming out, and bracket to hold it so it doesn't fall. But I think it's going to work pretty good. Roll around where we need to. All the weight's on the straight wheels. Well, other than this, have to make something else, bracket or something, angle iron. Keep that from falling off there. But I have a bunch of aluminum strips. And you can see that. Take these aluminum strips here and make some kind of a, I don't know, figure something out. But they got a bunch of these. Maybe make something to keep so it can't slide off. But we'll work on it. Get a little further along. We'll be back and see where we're at.